Thanks for sticking with us for a full year of DOMT. You've been with us through all the chaos crits, and we just wanted to give you a huge thank for your support and joining us on this adventure. The cast and I wanted to share with you a little bit about ourselves and our thoughts on the adventure so far, as well as a special peek at our newest members. So please enjoy. Hello, my name is Charles, and I play everyone who's not these guys. My pronouns are he, him. My favorite fact is going to be a little nerdy for you, even by these standards, I guess, is that there's something called the Boltzmann brain theory. And that assumes that if there's an infinite universe, that everything that you're experiencing was actually just made up 5 seconds ago by a brain that was also just made a few seconds ago in the universe. Try not to think about it too hard. You only have 5 seconds. My favorite fact, or my little fun fact about myself, is that I was a national collegiate fencer. I was down at UT Austin. I fenced epee. That is the best weapon. I won't be taking any criticism. My favorite genre is high fantasy. That goes for just about everything. I have been playing D&D for about 9 years or so, give or take. It's been a long fucking time. My favorite part about D&D, my original answer was collaborative storytelling, but that's everyone's answer, right? But I as a DM, I love being able to move people and evoke a lot of strong emotions. Anyone can tell a story, right? But it takes a lot more to actually get people feeling something, and that's my favorite bit. As far as my favorite moment from the Deck of Many Tales so far, easily has to be the escape from the Mirror Glass Repository and the library from the party. It was definitely a nail biter. Even as the DM, I was not sure who was and wasn't gonna make it, and I'm glad it ended up being everyone. It was a lot of fun. My favorite Odette moment was definitely her driving away from the Harpies to Be Me No Money, not sponsored yet. I just loved that. That was a lot of fun, and that's also probably the craziest moment I can think of. Having a little Thistlewick drive the car away in a chase scene is not something I expected when I first started DMing this game, but I'm glad it went there. A moment where I fucked up and I was surprised that it worked out. So the really cool thing about being a DM is that there are plenty of times that you fuck up behind the scenes, just an uncountable amount. But no one ever knows. And so that being said, I'll never tell, but just know it happened. And what does the Deck of Many Tales mean to me? Well, it means the world to me. It is a project that I wasn't sure that anyone was going to be on board with at first. It was coming off the tails of a previous home game that had lasted a few years. And, I wanted to try to make something more of it. And then, we ran into a lot of road bumps. We ran into a lot of, unexpected things happening. And I wasn't sure it would survive all of that. But it has. And it seems that we've come out on the other side as strong as ever. And so I'm thrilled. I couldn't be more happy to see where it is we all go as a team. And that's me. On to the next one.
Okay. I'm Vin, aka Traven. I use he, him pronouns. I play everyone Krayos. My favorite fact is that sea otters hold hands when they're sleeping so they don't drift apart, so they stay together. And I just think that's really sweet. I don't know, it just makes my heart happy. A fun fact about myself, I guess, is that I collect anime and video game figures. I have over, I think, 50 now that are over 6 to 7 inches tall. And my most valuable one is signed by Yoshitaka Amano, who designed it. It's over 35 inches tall. and I am training my service dog, even though he's just a puppy. So his name is Torgal. My fave genre is horror and fantasy, which seems to be pretty common amongst this group. But I really love creature features the most. Anything else? I guess like a good point also is that I'm a trans guy, so I've been going by Vin more than Traven now. Traven's more my online name. It might be confusing, I'm sorry. For D&D, in terms of history, I've been playing for about 9.5 years. I started in late 2016 into 2017. So it's been a lot of fun. My favorite part is absolutely that I'm getting to spend time creating stories with my friends. I love these people. And I know that that's really, an obvious answer, but it's just my favorite part is getting to have that character development that comes along with such long-term relationships, challenges we're tackling together, and just, I don't know, having set time with my buddies with the chaos that is life. I also just really love fighting, so give me more combat, please. And then also I really love other tabletop RPGs instead of just D&D, so I'm always down to hear about new ones that you guys enjoy. My favorite moment so far is when on the submarine over to Levering, Rue convinces Odette to call in a favor, which granted him an audience with the First and return home to the Feywild. So he is seen for who he truly is for the first time in too long, and the interaction really hit me so hard personally. And I'm just really so grateful to have a DM that goes along with my wild ideas and makes them so organic and beautiful. It felt really formative in Rue's approach moving forward as a friend and leader to the team, as well as a champion of his home realm with the goals to save his kin. And Odette is one of my favorite NPCs, and she really came in clutch. But I'm really biased, so. And my favorite moment of him and her so far is when he took the fly potion and they were flipping each other off while they were copying each other in the air and stuff, and I loved it. Our craziest moment is also what Charles was talking about, the ride to Woodhurst when we got attacked by harpies. It was so chaotic, but also it was really exciting to make decisions on the fly and keep everything in such an interesting theater of the mind style. We didn't really have a fancy map for it or anything, and honestly it was such fast combat, and honestly it was just so beautiful how we made it work. And it was so much fun. And then also I really thrive listening to our table RP with each other. I feel really immersed, and I feel like my actions actually matter with everything that we do and say. And a lot of it is just really cool. I love getting to know exactly what the NPCs said, or how we got responded to with certain things to start, putting the dots together and stuff. So I just love this table. A moment that I messed up pretty bad was when I lied to Manira about slaying the vampire, which I was supposed to be the leader who told the lie for us. I didn't expect to get asked, and I rolled an @1 for deception, which is pretty on par for Rue. But thankfully she had our backs and supported us through it. And Deck of Many Tales is just an amazing place that I get to share my passions with more than just this table. And at the core of it, I'm just so happy to get to grow along as a player alongside some of my favorite people. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm really excited about where it's going. And that's it.
Hi, my name is Timber. I play Imira Hart. My pronouns are she, her. My favorite fun fact is that there is an underground limestone cave in Kansas City that stores the largest collection of United States postal stamps. It's a cave 150 feet underground, and it houses billions of stamps, and that's awesome. Fun fact about myself, I have drawn over 100 different art pieces of NPCs in my own pirate-themed D&D game that I run. And yes, there are over 100 NPCs in my game, and I know all of them, and I love all of them. And most of them are still alive. My favorite genre is adventure fantasy, and I love a good romance and horror story as well. I've been playing D&D since 2022. That's when I started my campaign. I dabbled a little bit beforehand, but nothing really stuck for very long. Getting to build my own campaign, that I was very dedicated to that working, and so far it's been pretty good, still going. My favorite thing about D&D, I have a couple different perspectives of it. As a DM, I really love world building, and I love filling that world with unique and fun NPCs. I like making a fantasy world that feels like it's alive and that your actions matter, that the people are there and they care about what you're doing because you're changing the world. As a player, I really enjoyed discovering and exploring the world presented to me. I love learning about the different locations and the NPCs. I really love getting to develop relationships with everyone, and I do really love getting to kick some ass. It's a lot of fun to be able to not have to worry about killing my fellow players, so I really love that. I think D&D is a unique medium that allows people to connect with each other on a couple different levels. It's a cool way to see insight into some other people's creative capacity. A lot of people create things with art and music, but in D&D you get to create stories, and it's not just something being presented to you, it's something that you get to interact with, and I think that's just really special. On the subject of our delightful podcast, my favorite moment... There's a lot that I really, really enjoyed. There's a moment coming up that'll be released around episode 43 that I think is my favorite moment, but I won't spoil that. Second would definitely be Ymira and Killian in the Mirror Glass Repository. I love that Killian's just ride or die with Ymira. I love that they both get into trouble together, and I love how wordlessly they support each other in dangerous situations. There's just no question that they have each other's back, and that I love their friendship so much. My favorite Odette moment, I could list 100 different silly moments that Odette has done, but I think my favorite moment is often whenever Odette is comforting anyone in the party, because it's not just Ymira that she cuddles with. She comforts all of them, and I think that's really special. I really love her. The craziest moment from the podcast would probably be when my magic possum drove a car. I truly don't think that's something that I personally will ever be able to top in any way. It's just crazy. A moment where I fucked up and surprised that it worked out. Circling back to my favorite moment at the Mirror Glass Repository, that was a very poor decision that Ymira and I made, but I think the consequences of it made for a much more interesting story, and I think it led to some interesting interactions that I don't think have yet been posted in the podcast, but you will see, and they are something else. And then, what does DOMT mean to me? I mean, much like Charles, it means a lot to me. It is something I look forward to every week. I get so sad whenever we get too busy to play. I spend a lot of time outside of the game itself working on art pieces for it, or writing little fan fictions for it, or creating playlists for it. It means a lot to me to get to create a unique world and story with all of my close friends, and I'm so happy that I get to share it with everyone.
Hi there, my name is Max, or Maxwell, either one works. I go by she, they, and I play Killian Rafferty. Yeah, let's see, favorite fact. Arizona doesn't believe in, what's it called, daylight savings, and neither do I, and I will stand by that. Don't come at me with your nasty time changes. I hate it. It's not real. Anyways, fun fact about myself. I grew up in the realm of archery. I was trained by an Olympic coach. I never went that far into it, but only because everyone assumed I would just be into the art, which I am. But yeah, I am the best shot in my family currently, which is the best feeling ever. Favorite genres? I don't know. I love most genres. I pick and pull from each of them. I think overall fantasy is my favorite. Fantasy, horror, but yeah, I love thrillers. I love even if we went into silly drama or reality TV kind of garbage, good garbage. I love it. But yeah, those are my things. I've been playing D&D. I think started around 2021 with my old like group of coworkers at a Hot Topic. We played Waterdeep was the thing. We played Waterdeep for a little bit. But that was my first one, so I've been playing since then. But my longest campaign now is just over 3 years, I think. But yeah, let's see. Favorite part about D&D? I think it'll probably be mentioned a lot. Role-playing. I love role-playing with my friends. It's really cool to see the different facets of a character that people come up with. Some being more interested in, like, I don't know, different aspects. We all have, like, different things within our lives and within, like, our everyday that we'll incorporate into characters. So it's cool to see just, like, the different layers that each one holds and starting to unpack it. Like an onion, right? Like an onion. You're peeling it back. But yeah, I like that. You know what I do like? I like when Charles scares the crap out of us during a session, thinking that we're all just gonna die, but no. We get through it. We push through. We persevere, is what the word is. Persevere. Anything else to add to that one? No. Favorite moment? Probably Mirror Glass. Also another one probably mentioned a lot. But I think, as a whole, that entire moment, above and below, each group having to, or like each like little duo having to work together to figure out a way out was really cool. Also, like Imira being so willing to assist Killian in finding information on himself in a space where that's super dangerous. Really cool of her. Yeah, I don't know. I just think we do a really good job all together in figuring out ways to get out and thwarting Charles's evil plans. He has a cruelty about him. My favorite Odette moment. Killian would say none of them. None of his moments with Odette, because she's the worst thing in the entire world, and he hates her. My favorite is all of them, because I love seeing her torture this man. From the very beginning, when she stole his towel, honestly, there's a moment that I don't know if it'll be out yet or not, but he pays her money for something. And honestly, they're growing on each other. It's happening. It's working. Is it? Probably not for long. Anyways. What else? Craziest moment? Us trying to steal clothes as soon as we get into town. And then having to make some deals with a devil. Pretty sick. Pretty cool of us. My sweet little holy man having to do 2 deals in one night. Crazy. Wild. I guess that would kind of go into the moment where you fucked up, but we're surprised it worked out. Did it work out? Well, we're alive. We're not in prison, so I guess that did work out for us. But there are a lot of consequences that I'm actually really excited to see work out, or that we're gonna have to go through. I love when we put our characters into bad positions and having to figure it out. DOMT, specifically, what does it mean to me? It's like one of the places that I get to really just hang out with my friends. We get to laugh and like joke and play, and there's something about coming together every week and just being able to like mind meld with your friends and like produce a story together that is so like magical in itself. I don't know, D&D really just brings out a part of you that like once you find like an amazing group to do so with, you can just go and you can play and be free and come up with like really amazing stories. So DOMT really does that for me. I feel that I can just be myself and be my characters and play and goof off and have really touching moments. And like, I don't know, I love world building with my buddies, you know?
Hello, everybody. My name is Kate, or Caitlin, when I do crazy things and everybody yells at me. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Melody Kimikos, which a fun fact about her name is it actually translates to honey chemicals in Greek, which one of her alias names was Honey, so there was a play off of that. And some fun facts about me, my zodiac sign's a Cancer. I enjoy reading or crafting when I'm not focused on D&D. My favorite genre, I would have to say, is romantasy, but I do enjoy watching the others play horror games. Just, you will never find me playing a horror game. That is just so bad for my health that I can't do it. I also enjoy things like boba, mozzarella sticks, and my favorite color is turquoise or like a mint green. So just some random facts about myself. For D&D, I have been playing now since about 2018, which has been a few years. As I am getting told more and more often, I realized I graduated like 10 years ago, so that's great. My longest game has been going for 3 years now. We're still in the middle of it, so I'm very excited to explore that, and I hope that we can get that time frame with this game as well, which by the sounds of it, we are probably looking at that, so I'm very excited about it. My favorite part of D&D is feeling like I'm getting lost in a good book, but I get to control the narrative. So I, am reading a book and getting to experience that, but then we get to collaborate and tell the story itself, which makes me just so happy every time we get to sit down and play and experience the world that Charles is presenting to us, and it's just a great time. My least favorite part of D&D would have to be how much the dice tend to hate me. If anybody knows a good cleansing spell, please send that my way, because I have been rolling terribly for years now, and I would love to get that fixed. There's been lots of really great moments in the deck of mini tales so far for me. I really love the sweet moments when like Killian's offering to teach Mel how to swim, or Rue's helping Killian pick out gifts, Imira just being one of the best people to be friends with. It's just such a great feeling getting to see all of these different little character moments and growth. But I'd have to say one of my favorite scenes is when we were all heading out to Woodhurst to find Nathara, and everyone's shopping, looking around, trying to find Nathara or figure things out. And Mel asks Vega, who's there with us, to give her a shoulder ride so she can see everything. And it just makes me smile every time I think about it, because you have this 6 foot tall woman on the shoulders of the 7 foot tall Oni. And I'm like imagining what the view would be like from that height. It's just a crazy thought to me. And I think it's really fun. And there's a lot of upcoming moments that I can't wait to discuss with everybody. It's, oh my goodness, it's so fun. And I'll give you all a little spoiler. One of the episodes may have a hangover moment, so it's kind of fun. Every time we meet an angel or a devil or 4 horsemen, I just think to myself, there's no way that it can get more crazy, and yet it does. So there's definitely a lot of moments where I'm like, man, we just messed up so badly, but I know that it's, oh my goodness, it's so crazy, and it just makes a better story overall. There is a very large why did you do that moment coming up that I can't wait for you to all experience with Mo. It's very, very fun. And I really just get love getting to experience the world and knowing that my actions affect the game, since DOMT is just this amazing collaborative world that's really fun. It can be intimidating at times, but it's got that feeling of high stakes, high rewards. So I feel very honored to play with all of my friends every session, and then we get to share it all with you guys, and it's just a dream come true. So thank you everybody for joining us over this last year.
Hi, my name's Sam. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the audio editor for the Deck of Many Tales. My favorite fun fact is that if any of the cast listens to this right now, this will be their first time hearing my voice, which is kind of funky. I mean, maybe Charles has heard it like once if he listened to the like reel I sent in, but this will be like the first time they've actually heard it. A fun fact about me is that I'm currently recording this to procrastinate doing my homework. That's my fun fact. My favorite genre is horror, fantasy. I love a good horror game. I've watched so many horror games. I've played so many horror games. I love just horror media in general. I love the way you can like scare someone and how you can scare someone and why someone finds that scary. It's just a genre I love anything about. Fun fact about me, I've actually never played D&D. I've always like listened to D&D. I've heard my friends talk about D&D. I've loved the community you can build around D&D, but I've never actually sat down and like built a character or like DM'd or done any of that. I've never really had time. I'm very busy generally, but it's fun to see what people can do with D&D and how worlds can be built with D&D, and I find that very interesting. So the Deck of Many Tales was really the first time I sat down and was like, okay, I've listened to D&D stuff before sometimes. I've seen funny moments on TikTok and Instagram, and I've heard my friends talk about D&D. I should actually sit down and like learn a lot more about it by getting, I guess, a hands-on approach at it in a way with editing this podcast. And that's how I got here, basically. My favorite moment is anything having to do with sound design. I really enjoy sound design. I enjoy what you can do with it. I can't really do it a lot in my own work because it's not like necessary for it. So whenever I get a chance to do it, I love it. So for example, Amira and Cillian were face down in the water. Not Amira, but Cillian was. And I was like, wow, they're waking up. What if I made it so they're slowly hearing the water, they're hearing ducks, they're hearing frogs, they're hearing crickets, and it's all just kind of like slowly coming in as they're slowly regaining consciousness. And it was really fun for me to design, and I had a lot of fun. My favorite Odette moment would probably be, I have a few, honestly. Odette is a mystery to me because how do you design sound around a creature that's Odette, right? So I think my favorite moment would have to be driving the car, a common one here, honestly, because I was like, how do I like fully encapsulate that they're driving the car? And I'm like, oh, the wink sound effect. I could just put a wink sound effect in there. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the moment to do that. The craziest moment that I've witnessed from these guys was probably when they decided to go in the mirror glass repository. I was like, okay, that's a lie. A lot of moments in here, I'm like, guys, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, it's all in character, but I'm like, oh my gosh, how are they still alive? A lot of moments I'm just like that. Mainly the Mirror Glass Repository. I'm like, I love Cillian and I love Amira, but guys, please. A moment where I kind of fucked up is a lot of times the action scenes. I've never really not choreographed, but I'm gonna say choreographed because that's the best way to put it. I've never really choreographed action scenes with sound before, so this is really my first attempt at doing that, and I'm surprised it's worked out so far, honestly. I try to put sound effects where I can, but sometimes I'm like, well, this is audio. How much can you put in before you start muddling with what the people are saying, and how do you work with that? And what does the Deck of Many Tales mean to me? Well, when I first saw the posting on, what was it? Casting Call, I believe it was. I was like, okay, rewind. I first saw the posting on Casting Call, and I quite literally just made it count like a day before this, because my friend, we were working an event together, and she was like, yeah, I went on this website and I sometimes voice act, I sometimes do stuff, and it's just a great way to just like engage with the community. So I'm like, man, I'll look into this. And so the Deck of Many Tales was like the first thing I saw, and I'm like, man, this looks way too professional for me to actually apply to this. So I'm like, I'll just send in something and hope it works. I was also having like a mini panic attack about my portfolio. Like, not a mini one, a major one. So I was like, I'll just send it in, see if I get it. I don't think I'm gonna get it. This looks way too professional. I've never edited over 3 hours of audio before, but I'll just throw it in, see what happens. And then I get a DM on Casting Call that, hey, can you like do a test edit? And I'm like, huh? Do a test edit? Oh no. Oh no. And from there it's just kind of spiraled down. It's my first time ever really putting myself out there. I'm kind of shy online. I've never really like joined Discords. I've never really like talked a lot online. I barely leave comments on funny videos or like any videos recommending stuff and just stuff like that, because I'm just like too shy to do it. And the entire cast have been very welcoming and very encouraging, and I really am very thankful, because I know I'm very shy. I know I'm very just like not that talkative online, and they've still just like welcomed me with open arms, and it's just been such a great feeling. And I feel like, and I'm just excited to see where this will take everyone, and I'm so glad they've welcomed me.
Hi, my name is Ash. I use all pronouns, and you'll get to meet my little creature of a character in episode 43, so that'll be a little surprise when we get there. My favorite fact is something many people don't realize, which is the samurai actually utilized firearms. The arquebus was introduced by Portuguese traders during the Sengoku era of Japan and played a big role in the unification of the country. I could talk about the Sengoku era all day, but let's talk about me some more because I love that. Some fun facts about me are that I really enjoy the esports scene and played Overwatch for my collegiate team. I pull tarot cards before each of our sessions. The moon is my favorite card. And sometimes I make custom Magic the Gathering cards for DOMT. My favorite genre, as seems typical of this group, is fantasy or horror. I have been playing D&D for 4.5 to 5 years, somewhere around there. I have a very poor perception of time, but I play pretty much every day, because that is my life. My favorite part about the game is, it would be easy to say romance subplots and kissing my friends, but I'm gonna go with the way that the game can introduce you to new things. Maybe a friend's character is based on a concept that you haven't explored yourself. Maybe you're prompted to look into real-world military tactics. Or maybe you're me and you do a deep dive into magic lore because you play one game in a magic setting. There's just an infinite amount of concepts to introduce in D&D, and everyone brings something different to the table, which I really love. Into DOMT specific things, there are a lot of moments that I've been a part of that are yet to be seen, but out of what has been seen thus far, probably my favorite thing is whenever the gang got to make their little devil deals, because I love deals in D&D and I love consequences, and I really like that devil. So I love any content with him. My favorite Odette moment, while they're all super, super great, I just love the imagery of her getting her little tiny violin, and there might be a little bit more to be seen with her and her tiny violin in the future, which makes me really happy. I haven't been here long enough to have any major on-screen screw-ups. Not because I'm really good at the game, but just because I haven't been here long enough. I assure you it will happen as a result of how I am and how my character is, so get ready for me to push all the red buttons and simply say, you know what? We ball! And finally, to me, DOMT very simply means creation. This is a big, big group of friends where each person brings such an interesting creativity with them. The stories everyone creates together can make us cry or laugh or anything in between, and it makes every scene super engaging both to listen to and to be a part of. I'm so incredibly honored to be able to join all these amazing creatives and to be able to call them my friends, Heart. And that's me.
Well, hello there. My name is Kat. I go by she, they pronouns, and I play a brand new player that's going to be introduced into the Deck of Many Tales in episode 48, and I'm very, very excited for you to meet them. They're such a special little person to me, and I hope that you love them as much as I do. One of my favorite facts I would have to say is Australia is wider than the moon, which is pretty sick. I guess some fun facts about myself is I really enjoy playing video games. That's honestly, I've been playing video games since I can remember. It's a huge part of what I do and who I am. I also really enjoy drawing. I love being outside, so anything outside related, camping, kayaking, swimming, you name it, I love to do it. I guess another fun fact would be that I'm a Taurus, and I feel like I fit Tauruses pretty well. I'm very headstrong. I think my favorite genre would have to be romantasy and horror. I absolutely love anything horror related. My first job was actually a horror actor in the place that I grew up, and a fun fact about me is I've gotten to be on TV numerous times because of that job, so that's pretty fun. I've been playing D&D since I was a kid. I didn't really take it seriously until around 2016. I started playing again with my brothers. I got a really good group of friends that I started playing with. My longest campaign that I've been a part of was about 2 years. That whole campaign just brought so many special memories to me, and it's stuff that I quote with all my friends who I played with on a daily basis. It's just a really good memory. My favorite part about D&D is just honestly the ability to lose yourself in the story. It's like a video game. All of the NPCs you get to meet, the other characters, you get to know your character as you're making them. I just love being able to immerse yourself in the world and the people, and it's awesome. I also love when you get to play with your friends. Even though you might know the person for a very long time, you get to know them in a different light, and it's kind of like getting to meet them all over again, even if they're your best friend. So just kind of any way of losing yourself in the story is my favorite part of D&D. Creating characters are really fun too, so that'd be another fun part. I haven't been a part of the group very long to have a lot of crazy moments or anything like that, but I think a lot of my favorite moments that you guys will get to see are coming up, so I don't want to spoil anything. There are some really sweet moments between my character and some of the other characters that really got to me emotionally. There's a couple of other like sweet moments between a couple of the characters that are huge character development. It's great. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I think overall my favorite episode is the mirror glass episode. Just them working together to try to escape and all of the high stake that's involved with it. It's a really good moment. I think my favorite Odette moment would honestly have to be any time that her and Killian get to interact. I think their relationship is one of the funniest things ever. It's really, really fun to get to see their relationship blossom into what it is now, and just kind of like she annoys him, he annoys her. It's beautiful. I love them very much. I haven't personally had any moments where I fucked up yet. In the main story, I'm honestly excited though to see when my character does mess up. They like to think on their feet a lot, so I'm excited to see how they would get themselves out of certain situations. So that would be really excited to play out. And I think what DOMT means to me is friendship. Auditioning for this was something that was so outside of my comfort zone, and it was amazing to be able to connect with a group of people that were already included in DOMT. They were so open, so understanding, they've been so caring, and it's just been so amazing to get to know them, to get to know the story, their characters, and I'm just super excited to be a part of it moving forward. I'm excited to share my character with you guys. I'm excited to see where the story goes, and to grow as a player, so I'm just super excited. I'm excited for everything. Yeah, that's me.
Thanks everyone for sharing a little bit about yourselves and your favorite moments throughout the game. It's been a crazy adventure already, and I can't imagine the places we're gonna go next. What I do know is that we couldn't do it without you guys and the support of everyone on the crew. Here is to another big year for all of us, and as always, may your dice be kind, your adventures be legendary, and fate always favor your next draw. Thanks everyone.